What's going on, folks? Let me drop these out here good. Hey, what's going on? It's new DIY Mississippi Filmworks. Top 10 matches I saw live this year. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be sniffling. I've been trying to put this off till this goal was over. Don't look like it's gonna go, so I'm trying to get my rat ass cousin to come help me out. And of course, he claiming he can't make it back up here right now because some wormy little bastard stole his bootleg green card. Let's talk about the good this year. A lot of good matches. This list was incredibly hard to put together. Like, really hard. It was hard to knock it down to just 10. I could have done 15 or 20. But I decided to stick with 10. Started doing this years ago, 5. Last couple years been 10. Doing a little different this year. I don't appear on camera. I don't like being on camera, but y'all gotta excuse me because I'm recovering from the flu. But number 10. Drink down. Number 10. And this is the most recent, one of the more recent ones on this list. This is from the Lost Art of Wrestling event. It was December 5th, 2025. It was at Mount Olive, the fire department. Love the venue. And I love Law. I love going to Law. I know I'm going to see some good matches. Always going to have fun. The promoter treats me extremely nice. So, and this one, two guys, if you've never seen them, you need to keep your eyes out for them. First one's Jacob Walker. I think he's Florida based. This is only my second time seeing him. I think I saw him on like a Crusade Pro show earlier this year. I don't remember. Cold meds are affecting my memory bad. I'm sorry about that. Then they have Simon Phillips. You know, he just won the Great Southern 8 about a month ago. Comes into Law, and these two just beat the living hell out of each other. And Warren, I'm gonna cuss a little bit, sorry. It was one of those matches where I was glad I got to see it, and I had the best seat in the house. I was right up against that ring. Go back, I'm going to insert a clip after I get to talking about it here. For the match, it's a great match. Go watch it. I know there was multiple cameras going that night. So I have 2 angles on it. I know at least one other camera was going, possibly 2 or 3 others. So just look, Simon Phillips versus Jacob Walker. It was Lost Art of Wrestling, December 5th, 2025. Great, great, great match. It's one of those where most other areas it probably would make the top 5, maybe even the top, top 3. Around here, it's a little bit of stiff competition. All right, back in a few with the next one. Come on, Simon. 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 What's going on, folks? Number 9. This is February. Bay St. Louis, the Gulf Coast Wrestling. I haven't talked about Gulf Coast Wrestling yet. This is the Fed. Oh, man. I miss them. They haven't ran a show since May. They lost the clubhouse back in like March, I think it was. But it was amazing. It was the closest I've ever seen in this state that we got close to ECW. You never knew what was going to happen. Almost every rule was, every match was, falls count anywhere. So some craziness happened there. And this one, this was a brutal 3-way. I didn't think they were ever going to top this match, and they did. You got Nightmare Jeremiah, who at the time, yeah, he was the Gulf Coast Wrestling, Gulf Coast Wrestling pound for pound, Phoenix Rising, their big heavyweight champion. Taking on Vladimir Koloff, taking on Thaddeus Collins. And they fought all over the arena. All the place that they got thrown into a casket. Yeah, there's a casket in the arena. It was just all over the place. And this is 3 big guys. I mean, Nightmare is like 6'2", 6'3", 300 pounds. Koloff's a good 6'1", 2 something. And Thaddeus, man, I don't know how tall Thaddeus is. I've never stood actually next to us. I'll tell Russell I stand next to my dad. I got an inch or so on you. I know how tall you are. Thaddeus is probably the heaviest of the 3, and they just beat the holy bejesus out of each other for, it felt like an hour, and it wasn't an hour-long match. Now, if I'm remembering right, the clip I'm going to use for this is not my footage. This will be Keith Hall's footage. He got some of the action a little better than I did, so I'm using his stuff. Always give people credit. Don't use somebody's footage and not give them credit, at least, But yeah, number 9, Nightmare Jeremiah. versus Vladimir Koloff versus Thaddeus Takeover Collins. The Gulf Coast Wrestling, February, Bay St. Louis. Okay, what's going on? This is match number 8, and this is from March. This is from Biloxi. First time in a long time. I'm from Biloxi. I was born down there. Never actually lived in Biloxi that much in my life. But I was born down there. Born at the hospital. This one here, man. This was a combo show. It was Extreme Intense Wrestling, XIW out of Florida, teaming up with Combat Sports Pro out of Florida. On one side of the ring, and talk about the venue real quick. The Sanctuary. It's an old church. Has become like a nightclub, and I loved it. Parking was crap, but everything else about it I loved. One side of the ring, you got who they thought the crowd was going to boo. You got Nightmare Jeremiah and Vladimir Koloff tagging up. Usually these two are facing each other, but they're tagging up, and they're taking on Ray Fury and Lucha Locura. And this match was wild. Oh man. Now, did add to the atmosphere. They served beer. They're supposed to have a couple of drinks in them. There were some really, really into it fans front row. You'll see from my footage when I put a clip up. And it was an interesting night for me because I've never been to a Combat Sports Pro show before. Never been to an XIW show before. But did all that. And now, this match made number 8. And they just beat the hell out of each other. Just such a great match. Alright, let's get ready for the next one.
It's rocking it. Come on, Nightmare, watch out.
Number 7. First at the show for a second time on the list here. This will be the Gulf Coast Wrestling Bay St. Louis. It's tail end of March. I just got the month written down on my notes, so I want to say it's the week after the previous match. This was a 3-way. We got Wess Warren, who, if you're from Mississippi, Louisiana, you see Wess Warren. This is one of those guys, you know if you see his name on a card, you need to go. He's going to get out there and give it a all. Kind of unusual guy. I mean, he ain't the most personable person. I like Wess, but I understand that. I'm the same way. And he's taking on who I want to say this is probably the night I met this guy, Raza Rayleigh out of Wildcat down in New Orleans. Dude just impresses. He's one of those, him like Wess. Matter of fact, all 3 guys in this match. I'll say what I say. All 3. I expect to see them on TV one day. I mean, Ring of Honor, TNA, MLW, WWE, AEW, New Japan, CMLL. It don't matter. Somewhere on TV. They're that good. Raza Rayleigh, look him up. And then the third person, Andreus, the Everbird, the Pharaoh Prince, Andreus. And these 3 just gave it their all in that ring. It was like fun. It's one of those matches where I like not knowing what's going to happen. I hate going into a show where I kind of know who's going to win each match, and I don't ask. I tell everybody, I don't want to know who's going to win unless there's a reason I need to know. I don't want to know. All I need to know is, excuse me here, are y'all going outside the ring? If you are, I'll make sure I'll stay close by, to get good footage and keep the crowd back as much as I can. And that's all I need to know, And if there's a certain thing you want to make sure I capture, just let me know, and I'll make sure I get it. They went buck wild, and it showed. And I want to talk about the venue real quick. The Gulf Coast Wrestling Clubhouse. It was an old bar. It was Cricket's Honky Tonk. It's an old bar over in Bay St. Louis, right next to the Guitar Center. by the time Gulf Coast got it, nobody was using it. It sat there empty most of the week. So it became their training facility and everything, and it was amazing. It was like going, it reminded me of being a kid. When I was a kid, I used to go to the old Gulf Coast Championship Wrestling over in Pascagoula at the King's Inn Motor Lounge, which, if you watch it, Thomas, you know the King's Inn Motor Lounge. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Uncle Elmer, Tiny Frazier, Pascagoula Plowboy, Kamala 2, he did all kinds of gimmicks. He ran it. As a kid, I went there fairly often, met Tom Boogaloo Shapp, Bob Holly. Probably Marcel Pringle. From looking at this stuff, Marcel worked for him a lot. That's Paul Bearer's little brother. Might be his older brother. I'm not sure. I think he's younger. But that's what this place reminded me of. It's an old bar. And like I said, you never knew what was going to happen there. And these three, if I remember right, they kept the match mostly in the ring, and it was a fairly clean match, which was unusual for Gulf Coast. That's what made it stand out so much. So, you're going to see a clip in a second. If you enjoy it, I'm going to include in the description, if I remember right, links to every match. If not, just type in the match, look on my channel. All these matches are up there, because these always want. If I saw it live, I filmed it. But I'll be back in a minute with the next number, which I think is number 6.
Andreus! 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 Yeah! Give him a red belly!
Hey, I only got to put my can in one last time to give the numbers. Number 6. Not 7, 6. That's the first time BIW showed up on the list. Now, for a while there, I tried to get to every Bayou independent wrestling event I could. They run Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. This past year, I just made the ones in town. This is Brookhaven. This is February, and this would be... This match early on, I knew was going to be on my top 10 list. Because I had seen both guys in this match a few times before, but I'd never seen them... I'm trying to think how to put this. Never seen them be put in the ring against somebody that could go like they could. And this match showed, and that would be Exodus Prime versus Rook Tyler. Now, Exodus is a Texas-based guy. Rook is too. He's one of these guys where I've seen him on Ring of Honor. Like, I pop every time I watch Ring of Honor, there's Exodus Prime. You know, dude is great. He's building a big name out in Texas. He's getting a little bit of name down here in Mississippi and Louisiana. Excuse me. Whew. And then Rook Tyler. Rook is another one. He has been building a good following over here in Mississippi, and these two went at it. And it's part of the reason why I love BIW, because this was probably the second or third match on the show, and it was just as full of action as the main event. And like I said, these two guys, look them up. Go look them up. Watch this clip. You'll see. Watch this clip.
That was impressive, Exodus. That was impressive.
Oh, he's choking him. Oh, wow. God.
Don't ever catch the flu, then agree to go film a wedding when you're sick. Number 5. Oh, man. Oh, man, I feel like crap. Number 5. Now, this one's, the only time this belt appears on the list, only hit 2 of their events this year. The Magnolia Championship Wrestling. And that was more because, man, that ride is a long ride. They ran the VFW Hall in Pascagoula, and from my door there is like 3.5 hours if you don't stop. And it never seemed to fail, because that's where AWA Pro used to run, RIP AWA Pro. It never seemed to fail every year when the time change goes back. When time change happens, you lose an hour, we're coming back from Pascagoula. Y'all give me a second. I don't feel too good. I'll be right back. What the hell are you doing here? You said you couldn't make it. You want to, man, go ahead. I don't care. I'm feeling like 10 pounds of dog crap stuffed in a 1-pound sack. You want to take over? Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah. All right, let's get the mic on you. What's up, everybody? Ultimo Gallus is back. That's right. I got back across the damn border. What is going on? It's match number 5. My cousin, he was over there puking in the lake. Match number 5. Only tag match I made the list this year. Corner his nose. I was looking at his nose. This is February. This is Magnolia Championship Wrestling. And this was the match. When he told me this was happening, I was like, you better record this, cuz. You better record this. And then send me a copy of this. See, I'm stuck down in Saltillo right now. It's hard for me to get back and forth across. My internet down there sucks, so he puts this stuff on a flash drive and mails it to me. And then the mailman knocking on my door and like, hey, I got mail. You got mail. Remember that? This was the Russell Twins versus Muddy Waters. Russell Twins, of course, the Russell Twins. DRT. Amazing tag team. Amazing. Just, you see them listed on the card, you better go see it. And then Muddy Waters. Muddy Waters. That's RJW. Yeah, big motherfucker. RJ's huge, big old country boy. Got a whip. I've seen him beat people with that whip. And you got Geo Savage. If you watch Memphis Wrestling, you know Geo Savage. Geo Savage just oozes charisma. One of the nicest guys ever. And these 4 went in the ring and beat the living hell out of each other. For that crowd, the crowd loved it. Matter of fact, as far as I know right now, Muddy Waters is the Magnolia Championship Wrestling Tag Champs. Well deserved. Congrats. Amazing match. Watch this clip. I'm going to get my dumbass cousin to edit in when he gets through puking. Let's go find his list and see what else I got to talk about. Okay. Yeah, he's still puking. Got some on my shirts. I had to change shirts. Sorry about that. Thankfully, we were the same size shirts. Number 4. The Gulf Coast Wrestling returns. This is January, early January. I said earlier, I thought the first time I met Raza was that match I mentioned. No, I met him this night. I think it's the first time I saw him wrestle. I think I'd met him a little bit earlier in the year at a Law show. Not sure. But this is going to be Suge Whyte. Gulf Coast Boogeyman, the Polynesian Pearl, another Wildcat trainee, taking on Simon Phillips. Simon making a second appearance on the list. This was one of those matches where I didn't know what to expect. I'd seen Simon before, I know what to expect out of Simon. But Suge Whyte, I didn't know. Big guy, kind of a brawler, but he got in there and he kept up with Simon the entire match, and they brutalized each other, went all over the arena. There's a spot where I was kind of worried about the gimmick table for a minute. I'm like, oh, gotta move the table maybe? Nah, I ain't gotta worry about it. F it. Go watch this match in full. I'm gonna put up a clip. My dumbass cousin, now I know he's got clips made. He told me, hey, I got clips made, cuz. All right, cuz. So go watch this match. And see why in the next 4 or 5 years, if not both, at least one of these guys you're gonna be seeing on your TV. Go watch this match.
Shove.
One more time.
Make him bleed. Make him bleed.
Hit it hard.
Oh!
One more time.
Come on, man. You gotta give him all you got.
Oh!
Oh, man.
No, it's all right, Chris. You keep on puking, I got this. I got this. That's what family's for. I'm a pastor, too. Let's get here. Let's see what you got on your list here, cuz. Number 3. Number 3. He got shit on my shirt again. Sorry, folks. Pro Wrestling Ego. Number 3. Now, this is the second appearance of Exodus Prime on my list, and this is the match at, I'm going to be honest, the guy he faces, when I saw this guy in the ring before the show started, I thought he was a trainee that rode in with somebody. I really don't know that. No, that's a Chip Manaday. This match, oh my God. This match stole the show for me. Like, this was June, Brookhaven, Bayou Independent Wrestling. Exodus, I already knew it was going to be good. Chip, I had no clue on. I'm watching going, man, this guy kind of looks like Grady from Sanford and Son is kicking ass. And now, he's on the list. He's on the list of guys. I'm going to look him up on YouTube. Chip Manaday. Oh, he's fighting this guy. He's taking on this guy, you know. Amazing talent. Hope to see him again. And this match, I mean, most years, there's a good chance most years this would have been the top #1 match. But there's 2 that beat it. And these 2, whew, I peeked at this list a little while ago because I didn't make most of these shows. These 2 beat this match. Even though it's an amazing match, go watch it. You're going to see a clip, go watch the full match. Number 2. Now, this is the most recent match on the list. This is from December 5th, 2025. Mount Olive, Mississippi. Lost Art of Wrestling. This is the main event. And this was title for title. No holds barred. No countouts. Do whatever you want. And this was Nightmare Jeremiah's final match. And going into this show, I had a feeling this might be my #1 match of the year. Something beat it. But it's Nightmare Jeremiah facing Wess Warren. Nightmare said this after, which if you watch the whole match on here, I got the whole promo after. He trained a pile of people, but he was taught that you're supposed to run the guys off. All them people he trained, there's only 2 still in wrestling. Wess Warren and Ref Obama. Ref Obama was the ref. Wess Warren was his final opponent. These 2 gave it their all in that ring. There's spots in here. You watch that footage where my cousin almost gets taken out. Like there's a spot where Nightmare's sitting in a chair outside the ring. My cousin's right behind him filming, and Wess just suicide dives and almost took my cousin out. There's multiple times in this match I was worried for him because he was right there. He was right in the action, and they just did whatever it took. Nightmare laid it all out in the ring. And I'm gonna say this: when that match was over, and he's sitting in the ring in that chair, and he starts unlacing them boots. Even now, watching the footage, it gets a little bit dusty, and there's a little tear forming in the eye there because we know that, a 20-year career of brutality and violence, and just a guy's going to go out there no matter where he is on the card and try to have the match of the night and give their fan their all, give the fans their all, is over. So, thank you, Nightmare Jeremiah, for all you did. Thank you, Wess, for this match. Thank you, Law. Thank you, Ref Obama. Thank you, every fan that was in that building. Everybody there that night. Snack, thank you. But I know what you're thinking. That was my number 2. What's my number 1? Let me go check his notes and see what he put for number 1.
Nightmare, put him down.
Oh! Come on, Nightmare. He got a chair. Hit him! Hit him again!
I got this. It's number 1. I got this. Ugh. Hey, give me that shirt. It don't have puke on it. Ugh. Number one. Oh, sorry, my cousin had to jump in and pinch hit for him for a little bit there, folks. Like I said, I'm sick. I don't get the flu off. I've had the flu 3 times in my 5 decades on this planet. When I get it, it kicks my ass. That's why this video is coming out late. My whole thing with this is I'd rather have a video that comes out a little late than just a list. The list to me is boring. This I'm going to put clips in and all that. So, but number one. This one, I knew would make my top 3. I had a feeling it'd be number 1, but I'm 100% sure on it. And for anybody who says anything, no, I have not wore a Nightmare shirt, neither has my cousin Nightmare Jeremiah shirt in this video, because all my Nightmare shirts are dirty. I've got every one of them he's ever put out. But number 1, the Gulf Coast Wrestling. It was March. I think it was March. Pretty sure it was March. It's the last year they had the clubhouse, World War III, that main event. Nightmare Jeremiah versus Koloff, World War III. I knew going in, this is what I was told going in. Stay close, try to keep the crowd back, watch out, keep yourself safe, and be ready for craziness. And that's exactly what I got. When you watch these clips, you'll see these two. It started off in the ring and went all around the arena. Nightmare swung his axe a couple of times. They tore down the dressing room wall. The entire roster came out and brawled, except for one person. Not going to name any names. He was wearing a blonde wig and trying to hide wearing a Joe Dirt wig and a trucker cap. Everybody else was brawling. And when it's over, you watch my footage, when it's over, there's just bodies laying everywhere. And I was even nice. I even reached out for Ashley Andreus. I was like, hey, you need him? He tries to kick me. And I'm pretty sure he said, F you, Newt, which, hey, these two laid it out in that ring. I mean, they did some crazy. Now, you hear me on my footage a couple times going, you're crazy. You're crazy. Because a lot of fans don't see this. They don't see you. You see the wrestler in the ring, they're having a match, and when it's over, that adrenaline's still pumping. They don't feel it. That ride home is when they start feeling it. And I know, over the past couple of years of traveling memory, I see how he's hurting on his rides home. I understand why he retired. And if this had been his final match, perfect way to end it. Final match ended up being West Warren, which was even better. This match stood out that much more to me because they just went insane. I don't think I'll ever see another match like this live in person ever again. And I kind of don't. I want to leave this at the top. This is the peak. This is the pinnacle. You know, this is the... You want to talk about basketball and the GOATs. This would be like your Barkley or David Robinson or Isaiah Thomas or, you know, Karl Malone. You want to talk about baseball, this would be like, you know, your Carlton Fisk or your Robin Ventura, your Ozzie Gullin or your Frank Thomas. I don't know football, so I can't say football. Hockey would be like your Pavel Bure. I don't know soccer. This was the peak. They went to the top of the mountain and they beat the living shit out of each other. Sorry for the language here, folks. And then hugged afterwards. And it was so good. This is the match. I don't usually, when I film match, I'll drop a little. I don't see the match when I'm filming. I'm just making sure everything's in frame. And most people that know me know this. They know after the show, don't ask me how the match was, because if I filmed it, I really didn't see it, you know. Ask me the next day when I watch my footage, I'll tell you, you know, my thoughts, and I'm going to be honest, you know. And I've gotten better about, okay, I'll give you 3 good things about the match and 2 bad things, you know. This is one where I have probably watched this match 4 or 5 times at least. More than my footage, I've watched the Gulf Coast Wrestling, their official camera footage when they finally got out. I watched that. I watched, there's somebody else had clips up. Like, not the full thing, but somebody else had clips up. This was a match where you can't capture this with a stationary cam, a hard cam, whatever you want to call it. You had to be right there in the middle of the action. There's times in the match where if you listen closer, you hear people tell me to move because they're going to jump out of the ring, and I'm right where they need to be. I tripped over a kiddie pool. There was a kiddie pool underneath the ring. Don't know why, but it was there. You know, I got told before this match, be ready for anything. Now, I know most people know me, my trusty Mountain Dews. But for years and years, I didn't drink it. I drank Cokes at shows. And quite a few years ago, Koloff crushed my can of Coke. And I've been asking for that Coke back, and that Coke back, and that Coke back. And I got it in this match. You want to see how? Watch the clip. Koloff gave me my Coke back. And we've been good ever since then. This was just, it was wild. I have not seen, I mean, I've been going to wrestling since I was 6 months old, back in the 70s. Gulf Coast Championship Wrestling on the coast. I'm in the WWE, WWF, I've been to TNA, I've been to WCW. I never got to go to ECW, never been to Ring of Honor yet. I'm in the AEW, but I don't care about AEW. I've been all over and I've never seen a match like this. I've never seen a match where basically the entire premise was they're just going to destroy the venue. Destroy everything, and they did. Bare boards, everything. And the whole match, I was just thinking, nothing's going to top this. Nothing's going to top it, and nothing did. So congratulations to both guys and the referee. Oh, speaking of, the referees. They had great referees that night. So I want to thank everybody that made sure I made it to shows safe and safe home. I want to thank every Fed that let me come and film and vend or whatever. Every wrestler that took even a few minutes just to talk to me for a few minutes about, hey, did you get my footage or whatever. Thank you. I don't handle crowds well. I don't like crowds. I've been a cranky old man since I was 15 years old. And yeah, I might be sitting there quiet with 4 doors open, sitting in the back corner reading a book. That's cool. Because I know I'm getting ready to see something I've loved since I was a kid. I can't tell you how far back my wrestling fandom goes because I don't remember. As far as I remember, I've been watching. So thank you to everybody. Hopefully 2026 is just as good a year. I won't be hitting near as many matches, but I'll still be filming. So thank you.
One more time. 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 Oh! Oh! Jesus. Yeah!